Hi everyone.
Hi, we are back. Cocktails with Marty and Naz.
Cheers.
It's the holidays.
This is our holiday episode.
Very excited.
Very excited.
This is
Tell
good.
them what we are drinking.
I know you guys can't actually tell. We are drinking eggnog. So Christmas is my holiday. Okay, so could not wait for us to be filming our holiday episode.
Yes.
Can you believe it's Christmas in just a few days?
You know what? I was just thinking about this. Even though this year was horrible,
Right.
and most of it we were all of it, we were at home. It went by fast.
It has flown by. I can't believe we're at the end of the year. It feels like 2020 was 5 years wrapped up into one, and now we're here at Christmas.
I know. It approached really quick. I'm happy though
Okay,
for this year to be over.
same.
Even though some good things happened.
Yeah.
I got a book deal.
So we can't all be for naught. I mean, well, how are you? Are you done with your holiday shopping? I know we have a few days left for Christmas.
I'm
You
not
are the
done,
go-to. Okay.
but I did most of my shopping this year online.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming a lot of people have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there are, a few little things that I need to go and get it from, the
Yeah.
store. But, yeah,
For the most
for the
part.
most part. But also, obviously, we haven't worked this year much. The budget is tight. So instead of everybody getting 5 gifts this year, I probably just gonna do one and skip some people.
The cutting block of
Yes.
this holiday season.
And honestly, holidays, it's not going to be as big anymore. It's not going to be so many people getting together.
Yeah.
It's just going to be very immediate family.
Mhm.
So it helps with gift giving.
That's true too. I mean, I love gifts. Gifts are my love language. I just love Christmas, and so I'm all about the gift guides.
Right.
So whether that's Goop, of course, is my favorite. Goop's gift guide.
Don't get me
I
started.
love you, Gwyneth Paltrow. Just,
She could be your sponsor and spokesperson.
Exactly.
She buys everything.
Don't fit the demographic at all is the joke, but
I don't know if she bought that vagina candle too. I don't want to know.
I'm not gonna say, but
She's like, I might.
It might have, might not have. But yes, I'm all about the gift guides and, gifts for the hostess, gifts for the fashionista in your life, all those kind of different topics. So I just love diving into those.
And
gift
you
guides.
usually throw a Christmaka party.
Christmaka!
But this year we're not gonna have the Christmaka party.
You guys.
I know. She throws a party for Christmas and Hanukkah combined.
Yes.
And it's so good because she cooks so much. There's so much food. There's so much alcohol. There's so many people.
So many people. We do a white elephant party,
Yeah.
which is where you bring a gift and you can steal it. Had you ever played that before?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, no, before you?
Yes.
No.
Okay, yeah, I was like, really?
No.
Is that a Christmas tradition?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That was my first when you started throwing those parties.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun.
They're so much fun. So this will be
And
our
I
first
usually
year.
steal the good gifts.
You do always steal a good one. No, but luckily I do try to stress that bring a good gift.
Right.
I try to make
Don't be
it so
cheap.
that whatever gift you get under the tree, you're pretty happy with. So I do really let that know in the invitation. But
Right.
yeah, we are not having Christmaka. Which is, it's interesting. I've seen a lot, from Thanksgiving travel to, Christmas travel about how telling everyone to stay home. And there's been a lot of, I feel like, some shame and some judging that's kind of gone on about how people
100%.
are choosing to spend their holidays. And that's what I really wanted to talk about, because I'd love just even your opinion. So for instance, just to give you guys a little bit of the background, Naz, all of her family is here in the Southern California, Orange County.
Yeah.
My folks are all over. My dad's in Chicago, my mom's in Florida, my sister is in North Carolina, who's just kind of moved here. And so I don't have kids, I don't have family, you don't have immediate family of your own. And so to hear that we should stay home alone, I just think is so unfair and so depressing.
It is. I was just watching the news and, telling people to don't go, don't travel. But they also say stay within your own household. But for you and I, our household is us.
Right.
It's me alone and you alone.
Literally, yeah.
Um,
So what do you do?
well, I'm more lucky because my family is literally an hour away and I've been seeing them consistently. So for me, it's not a travel thing. But even that, we usually, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, we have extended family also joining us. The cousins, all the nieces and nephews, and, so we have like Persians, big family.
Yeah.
This year it's a lot smaller. It's just me, my sister, and her kids and my mom. So we are keeping it very small. It's sad, to be honest. Persian New Year, which is March 20th, it was at the beginning of the pandemic. Not the pandemic, but it was the beginning for us in
LA.
in US, and we didn't even have that. And so this whole year was a bust. And now Thanksgiving, grilled, Christmas coming and all that. In a way, it is very sad. But at the same time, if they don't keep asking people to do these things, it's just gonna spread more and more and more. And unfortunately, this time around is mostly young people who are spreading it because they don't wanna stay inside. They're the ones who are getting together, going to parties, they're mostly indoors because they can't be at the bar and restaurants. So I don't know. I feel like I'm very conflicted because yes, you want to be with your family and loved ones during the holidays. But at the same time, we have to get this under control.
We have to.
So they know people are not going to 100% listen. So they're just trying to say as much as they can. So at least you keep it small.
Try to keep it small.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely, made the decision to head home to family, and I'm going to spend, the rest of the year, with my family. And I just feel like there's so much that we're all dealing with in terms of just our mental health with this
100%.
pandemic. And so we already know that the holidays can be a very sad time for a lot of people. They talk so much about the suicide rates and things that just happen typically during the holidays. And so if you add, this isolation on top of what can already be a really tough time for people, I think that you just have to kind of look and see like what's best for you, what can you actually, handle, and just try to do it as safely as possible.
Yeah, it's
hard.
tough. It's hard. It's tough. So, and keep it small and be safe. You can get tested before you go see the family. You can quarantine for a few days.
Yeah,
and
get tested regularly. And
yeah, you can do it safely, but it is also unfair to tell people you shouldn't see any family at all. It's a tricky situation. It's a very tricky situation. But I know you're always very careful. You get tested nonstop.
I know. I've definitely been tested close to 20 times now since this.
Guys, I got tested once and I'm like, I hope I don't have to do it again. This thing goes all the way to your brain.
Literally.
And I was like, can you stop,
please stop?
It was brutal. But now I guess they have testing that you can just do it with your saliva.
Yeah, I just did one saliva. There's the prick. There's all these different
ones.
types, but you have to, for me, it was, again, like you said, coming up with a plan. My dad is someone that is also very vulnerable in that vulnerable kind of population. So my plan is to, get tested before getting on a plane, and then going to a good friends of mine who has a spare bedroom where I can quarantine and wait for another test to come back from my travels before I actually see my dad or my grandmother. So, it's a lot of steps. A lot of people maybe don't have the luxury or, the resources to be able to do that. So I'm certainly grateful, but I really had to sit and think about, okay, I want to be with my family. How can I do that and with keeping us all safe?
It happen.
And making it happen. So I'm definitely going home for Christmas.
Yeah, but you guys are keeping it small, right? Like when you go to Florida,
it's just my mom and my grandmother and myself and my sister. So
right.
I mean, it's a party of 4. My dad, it's a party of 2. So, like you said, keep it small.
Yeah, keep it small. It's better than, not being able to see them at all.
I know.
It is, it's funny because I keep thinking, this thought kept coming to my mind. I thought about a couple of people. I'm like, oh, their family is so far and they won't travel. Maybe I should invite them to spend the holidays with me. And then I catch myself like, COVID, I can't do that. My mom also is in her 70s, so I don't want to put her at risk. And it's just like you automatically think like previous years. Oh, so and so might be alone. They should come and have dinner with us. They should spend it with them. I'm like, oh no, we can't.
You can't even do it.
Yeah. So
I'm still devastated that I missed Persian New Year because that's what I look forward to.
Yeah, Persian New Year was very sad because it was also so unknown. It was so new.
Yeah.
And
we didn't know what was going on.
We all stayed home. We didn't do anything. Just called each other Happy New Year, and it was very sad. And if you know Persians, we're known for throwing huge parties and
so much food.
So many of us get together, and it's like everything is grand.
Yeah.
So not having that at all, it was a little sad. But I guess by now we are all used to it.
Yeah. And I know people are doing Zoom Thanksgivings, Zoom Christmas, Zoom. Let's talk about New Year's.
Oh my God. What about New Year? So out of all holidays,
I just
not holidays per se, but out of all like outings like Halloween, people love to get dressed up and go out. There's like all these things. I really don't care. The only night I care that I really want to be dressed up and be out is New Year's Eve. Like that's my thing. I can just let go of everything else and stay home. So if I don't have any plans for New Year's, I get so depressed. Like that's one night of the year that I really want to dress up and go out and be with my friends.
Yeah.
And we usually either travel somewhere.
We definitely travel. We were in Paris.
We were in Paris last year for New Year's.
Wow. Talk about taking it for granted.
Oh my God. If we knew what's gonna hit us like 2 months later.
Just literally 2 months later, but we did spend this past New Year's in Paris.
So like this year is just gonna be very different. I'm hoping we can just I don't know, 4 of us, 3 of us, I don't care. Just get a cabin somewhere and be in the snow. And I know we can go anywhere. One of my favorite spots is Aspen. I spent a New Year's Eve in Aspen a few years back. And I had a blast. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. So I've been wanting to go back. But the fun of, being in Aspen is all these little restaurants and bars and everybody's,
congregating.
Exactly. Everybody's in this small space and you run into the same people. Obviously, it's not going to be the same this year. But I'll settle for Big Bear. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just be in the snow.
Well, what are you thinking? We're literally almost at 2021. Have you thought about what you want in this new year? Like, I know some people have been like, I can't even think about it, but it's like, have you thought about it? I mean, you've got the book coming out. There's a lot coming on next year. Like, have you thought about 2021 at all?
I have. First and foremost, I really want this COVID to be done. I really hope that we can get a handle of this, spreading the COVID. That's my biggest wish, so we can all go back to our lives to have some sort of normalcy. That's the biggest wish. And I'm looking forward to my book coming out.
Yes,
it's gonna be busy, I feel like, for me and you.
Yeah,
because you're helping me with this.
The team.
It's a team. So, get everything together and all the marketing and publicity and, getting the book out. I'm hopeful it's going to go smoothly. It's going to be a better year for all of us.
Yeah.
And I hope that with me putting the story out and getting the book out, I can, help in any way I can with the survivors and the victims of not only domestic violence, but, anything in a space of child abuse, any in space of abuse in Hollywood. That's like something that I'm really would love to end. And just bring this awareness out and just help in any way I can, with these issues.
Totally.
And yours?
Oh my gosh. 2020 was such a road for me health-wise.
Right.
You know, I've had, in the past calendar year, I've had 5 surgeries. And so I'm really looking forward. You know, I wanted, you know, things to kind of be on track, you know, by the end of the year. That was what I wanted to kind of claim. It looks like some of my health stuff is going to kind of, you know, fall into the beginning of, you know, 2021. But I'm still really hopeful and believing that I am going to get to a healthy baseline so that I can really just focus on creating and telling more stories and all of the things that are exciting that are kind of like ahead of us. So I've just really been trying to put all my energy, all my meditation, you know, all my focus on leaving some of these larger health challenges behind me. I certainly know that I have MS. I know that, you know, is not going anywhere yet, but just to kind of get things in a really controlled, manageable kind of like place. And again, COVID being out of our lives so that we can get back to living. As someone who is immunosuppressed, as someone who's in that vulnerable kind of population, like this level of just constant anxiety, I'm just so ready for it to be over.
But you also are going to work on a movie.
I am going to make another movie. Yeah.
And I'm kind of like asking you to hire me.
Well, first of all, Naz has done wardrobe literally on pretty much everything that I've done. So that's a given. I don't know that you'll have time though, now that you are this big time author.
Well, I can be author / you know, custom designer.
Multi-hyphenated.
Yeah, but it's such an interesting story and it's such a exciting project. I want to be a part of it. So I keep telling girls like I'll be the wardrobe stylist or the custom designer for this film.
Exactly.
I keep like inserting myself in this project.
And that's a given. That's obviously a given. I can't, you know, we talked about it I think a couple episodes ago about how much I love romantic comedies. So this is going to be so much fun. It'll come out around the holidays. So it's Christmas, which is my favorite thing, Thanksgiving, my favorite thing, the holiday season, and then romantic comedy. So I'll just be crying and laughing, and hopefully you guys will too. So we have a lot to look forward to.
Yes, in 2021, hopefully there's going to be a lot more good news.
Good news.
And we get this thing under control, we get rid of this COVID thing. I know we're not going to get rid of it completely, but get it under control so we can, you know, go back to our lives, and
let us know what you guys are gonna do for New Year's. Like,
invite us.
Can we zoom in? Can we tap into it?
If you have a cabin,
we'll bring the drinks. No, but everyone just stay safe, stay healthy.
Yeah, guys, happy holidays,
and
stay safe, and hopefully, we'll see you in the new year. With some amazing news. For all of us.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
Cheers.
Cheers.